how does your school feel about you blowing up? Because I'm kind of similar to you in the sense where I like got to the second half of year 12 and then I started to kind of take off and the school was like, oh, hang on a second. But what I was doing was a bit more hectic than dressing up in wigs and doing funny voices. I was fucking with the news and cops. So how's your school reacted to it?
Oh, it really just depends on year group. It's all like if you're in year 12 and like you're part of my friend group, you like give a shit, but you don't really give a shit. Like it's just sort of they've been with me this whole time pretty much.
Is that because everyone's just on TikTok? They're like, yeah, we get it, mate. Well, I also make TikToks.
Yeah,
it's the only social media ever where everyone's a part of it, but there's some people that are just like, kind of do it in a more serious professional way, but everyone's still doing it at a lower level. You see accounts with like 40 followers and they're still uploading twice a day, you know?
Yeah, legit.
It's so weird.
Yeah, no, it's the year 12s who are just like in it for the ride with me. And then there's just the year 7s who want to run up to me and ask me for a shout out and I just want to kick them. But
yeah, I would start throwing fucking haymakers if I were you. Just Sparta kicking year 7s into the canteen.
Well, mate, a year 7, on a good day is still quite kickable. But if they like approach a year 7 approaching a year 12 is just asking to be thrown into a bin.
Yeah, when I was in year 7, they looked about 45, so I wouldn't even think about it. But I think just because like I look like I'm still like half going through puberty, so it doesn't really work as much.
No, there is nothing better than bullying year 7s. Like I remember when I was a year 7 and like...
I'm sure we have some year 7s that listen to this and they can be like, no, look, you've got a point. As soon as I become a year 8, I'm going to jump on board.
When you're in year 7, you might not understand this, but I promise you deserve it, okay? When I was in year 7, I remember this big year 10 or 12, I don't know, like you said, he looked 45, he could have been a teacher, just barreled through an entire classroom of year 7s, knocked a few of my friends over, one started crying, and I remember thinking, man, when I'm in year 12, there's no fucking way I would ever do that. Bro, guess what I did first week of year 12? Terrorize those little cunts.
Well, it's a rite of passage, I think. I think it's just something that you have to be initiated to. Like you get to year 7, you think it's a bunch of bullshit. But when you get to year 12, the first day that you can just peg a year 7's handball on the roof, best day of your life.
Yeah. Oh, nothing better as well. I don't know if you guys do this at school, but we used to just like throw fruit over classrooms, over portables. Like you'd have one group on the other side and it'd just be like everyone fucking hit up, Woolies before school. And it's just, you by the end, we had full fruit baskets. It was like we used to come with ammunition. I don't know, is that still a thing or were we just really bored?
I don't know. It has it's not a regular occurrence at my school, but some bloke did he was like one of the gym buffs at school when we were in like year 11 or some shit. He had an apple and he just pegged it for the sake of pegging it, and it hit this chick like square in the back of the head, like at full pelt, and it wasn't funny at the time, but it think about it was a fucking pisser because I just turned around and this chick's just on the ground and her friends are crying. She didn't even go home. She stayed in sick bay, but her friends went home because they had PTSD.
Oh, you can't have apple trauma. There's some people out there having legitimate Nam flashbacks and they're like, I remember the day that Susie got an apple pegged at her head.
What is it called? PTFD, post-traumatic fruit disorder? Sure.